a lot more
welcoming
assuring for
everybody
the
to this
coach.
Canada
You got
game.
a lot of
Iceland
options, but
taking on
be to play
the great nation of
against
Canada.
Italy
I'm going to say
if you've
hello,
only
hello,
played
hello in a
2 or
couple of
3
seconds. Just
matches.
waiting for
It's
one
amazing
more
you
thing
asked
to
me that
come
because
in.
the last
All
World Cup,
levels are good.
I didn't
Things are
have many
looking
games,
good. Going
and it
back
wasn't
to
easy.
it. I'm
It's
going
not
to say
easy going
hello.
into a World Cup.
Hello, hello,
You're playing
right
against the
now
best
and
players in
say,
the world. You want that
how you
sharpness,
doing?
so
Welcome in,
for me,
guys.
it's very
Welcome in.
difficult.
Trout in
That's
it.
exactly what I'm
Trout, my
saying.
friend. First one on the scene. You've been here all before. You've been here since the beginning, Trouty. Welcome to you, my friend. Welcome to Edmonton. And there's a big game coming up in Edmonton pretty soon, isn't there, eh? We're going to get into that one. Absolutely, absolutely. Just going to show you some of the big scenes. And hey, by the way, let me know what you're thinking. Welcome into the chat, everybody.
Everybody will be on the same page now, so it's
Make sure
opportunity
this
for
goes
others.
live.
I think, James, this is as bad a scenario as you could have predicted with the amount of injuries that they've got. I'm with the T, but I remember when my World Cup that I played at,
so what we're going to do is
play and train every day was so important
as we're starting
to me
up,
for that
I'm just
first
going
game.
through a
I
few
felt actually in as good a shape as I'd been in my whole
going
career
beautifully.
prior to my first game against Cameroon at the World
One thing
Cup.
I want to tell you, Trouty, and everybody else, drop your message anytime you're in here. I love your Bart Simpson user picture there, Trouty. That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Right,
because Jesse has said he may be the most important player on the pitch for Canada.
I've got to move a screen around, guys, so I can see you. There you go. Now I've got you. For some reason,
slower, and
things are not
again,
playing nicely, but we've got it all good now.
If Bombito comes back and let's say doesn't play,
I'm getting the TV volume with your voice. Well done, my son. Well done, my son. I tell you what, honestly, I've listened to those guys on TSN for a little while, and I got a couple of critique pointers to bring to you before we start moving along. But
then that's the problem.
One of the things that's really startling to me about moving forward is the playoff matches. Now, on the playoffs, we will be covering Italia taking on Bosnia-Herzegovina in that final. We're going to do a live watch-along for that, so you, the Canadian fan, know exactly what's happening all the time. And I'll tell you now, I'm very shocked what Atiba Hutchinson and Jimmy Brennan just said on TSN about Italia. Everybody's got this theme in their mind that Italy's going to be an easy day at the races if they get to the World Cup. Obviously, they've got to get past Bosnia-Herzegovina in that semi-final, or should I say final now, final eliminator.
He allows the team to go really high.
I wouldn't take Italy too lightly. When you got people like Talani that can really turn it on, keeper in net as well, yeah, Donnarumma. You got loads of guys on that team squad that if they did step up, could obviously take out other teams. I'm telling you now, come to the World Cup, don't take Italy lightly. Please don't take Italy lightly, and don't write Bosnia-Herzegovina off because they're still in this. I mean, they just won. They won on the road away at home at Wales. Yes, it was a penalty shootout, but they got there. But anyway, I want to show you something right now about what's coming off, what you're going to see if you haven't seen it already at Toronto Stadium. That's what they're going to call it for the World Cup. Toronto Stadium. No longer BMO, who've put all the money into Toronto FC all these years, no longer will they get to have a sniff at any of the advertising at the World Cup. But what I want to show you is grey seats. Take a look at this right now. Have a look at your screens right now. Grey seats. What do you think? Grey seats.
Huge concern. This is a
Who the hell said put grey seats in that building?
Jesse Marsh, brave face, saying he
do we wear red?
If the World Cup started
I
today,
think we wear red. I know we wear red. I think those seats should be red. Maybe like the rest of the building, perhaps. Who the hell wants grey seats? I'll tell you why I'm not with the grey seat theme. It doesn't look right, and it doesn't feel right. And on the grey seat theme, coming off screen again, I'll put that back up there in a second for you. I'm going to take that off for you right now so I can get you back on screen and say hello once more time.
This presentation of Canada
the grey
Soccer
seats,
on TSN
it's all about,
is
a stadium is all about
Canadian Premier League.
Setting the tone, setting the event, being there, building it up, getting the crowd in, la 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 la, flags flying, scarves wearing, hats on heads, butts in seats. I want to see that grey end of the building covered with people as fast as possible. That's what they need to sell out the first, because it looks god-awful in my opinion. You might think it looks lovely, and I respect you as well, but those grey seats do not instill anything but a flat feeling. You go in there, see grey seats, it decompresses you. In fact, it depresses you. If they were red, it would lift you up. So for me, the grey seats, if you want it, spend a little bit more money. Don't go on the cheap colours. Get the seats red. Make the building red. Make it look Canadian, because we play in red, not grey. I think it looks horrible. Get seats in them butts. It looks horrible, those seats. I tell you. Not long to kick off now. I'm just going to bring up the other screen, see where we're at right now, but kickoff is coming pretty soon. And once it does, we'll know. We're about 10 minutes away from kickoff, as I recognise right now. As soon as that comes along, we'll get in there. About 10 minutes to kickoff. Things are looking good. The lineups. Hey, tell me what you think about the lineup. You've obviously seen it, and we're having difficulty bringing it up to you. I'm going to go online and bring you that right now. Give me a second.
Do it all with STEEL battery.
We'll get you that straight away.
Power up with free extra battery deals on select STEEL tools. Shop in store and
I know
online.
the Canadian lineup. I've heard that already.
How are your investments doing?
In fact, we've got that
That was on purpose.
right in front of us, right here. Canadian lineup, if you want to know. Let's get colours down off that one. Wow.
With any
Talk about light each other up here.
Woo! I need some.
Right. Okay, we've had injuries. There's a few people I want to talk about before we get to the game. One on the bench, Arabin Pepple. There's a lot of noise being raised about Arabin Pepple. Yeah? Down there with Plymouth Argyle. Don't get dragged into this. He spent 3 years in the UK, the first 3 years, really, from Partick all the way up into Scotland. A few other teams down in the UK. Didn't really get to do much, didn't really score many goals, was a part of the scene, didn't feel part of it, and refused to be interviewed as well. I've tried many times to get him to be interviewed. He doesn't answer the call. Ali Ahmed, another one, doesn't like to be interviewed by YouTubers, apparently. I tried to get Ali Ahmed a few times. Thank you, Norwich City and Clare. Thanks for nothing. Goodbye, we won't be calling you again. Ali Ahmed, neither either. If you don't respond to the fans, who will you respond to? So, some more social news out there for you. But the grey seats, bloody hell, honestly, grey seats should have been red. And Toronto Stadium is the new name for the World Cup. Can you imagine how BMO are going to be pissed off about that? All the money they put into it. They're starting up the lineups.
Lots to play for
11 minutes to go. It's 11-11, everybody. The Angels are with us. But looking at the starting lineup, Dane St. Clair in net. Richie Larea, I love Ricky. I can't get enough of Chippy Ricky. Kamal Miller is in there. Joel Waterman's in there. Nico Seeger. Choynier's in there. Number 6. Very clever player, Choynier. Very clever player. Love what he does on the ball. Saliba. Ahmed. Buchanan. Jonathan David is the captain for the day. And Kyle Larin. I tell you what, subs on the bench. We've got a whole heap of subs. But that's your starting lineup. That's all I can give you right now. Trying to get the Icelandic lineup. Nothing doing there. Can't find it anywhere. And they're not releasing it. Back into the chat.
Celebrate last year. The All-State Good Hands Award goes to Maxime.
Okay, just a second. I'll see if I can squeeze that off. Just 2 seconds, guys. Thanks for that. I'm going to squeeze them off right now.
Not playing today, still injured.
Just a second.
Canadian men.
Okay, Trouty, TV sound must be gone now. I had it on mute. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. TV volume should be gone, Trouty. Back to you, Trouty. You're broadcasting both your voice and the sound of the commentators from the TV, Steve. You have to mute the TV. I've done it, mate. I did mute that, but there's a bleed over. I don't know where, but we've cleaned it up right now because all I can see right now is my volume and you in the chat. They better paint those seats. Yeah, really. I mean, come on. Honestly, Trouty, we play in red. Why the hell would they put grey on it? Grey is the worst. It's not even a colour. It's in between black and white. It's a shade, isn't it? Why would they do grey? I mean, bloody hell. I tried to get semi-decent seats. I got an okay seat for the Uzbekistan game in June. You do already. How's the sales going for that? Let me know. Anybody out there? Trouty? Anybody else? Let me know how the sales are going for that match against Uzbekistan. I am thinking of going to that one for sure. Got a planned time in and out the studio. It's only a 5-hour drive. 10 hours there and back. Or I could fly. I could fly and be there in 40 minutes. You know, I might fly. I might fly to that game. I'm going to it, but I might fly to it. And I normally would do a live broadcast. I might be doing something live at the stadium. Just saying. They don't know. I do. You do now. But I'm just saying that's what's coming off. Now, let's take a look at the scenes going on right now. We're going to bring them up. There we go. Icelanders are on the field. Very proud lot, the Icelanders. I've been to Iceland. Yes, I have. I went to Iceland many moons ago. Many moons ago. I tell you what, I went to Iceland and it was in the 1980s. Not the 1880s, the 1980s. Where are your seats, Trouty? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I got your message. Where are your seats? What side of stadium? Because I'm coming. I'm coming to that game. And bringing a mob of people with me as well. Some technicians as well. But we're coming. And we're going to be going there. That'll be my first game back at Commonwealth Stadium since I last announced a football match at Commonwealth Stadium. I haven't been to Commonwealth Stadium since I last announced a football match for Canada, the national team, the men. I've only done the men's. I've never had the chance to do a women's game because, honestly, when I was doing it, they didn't seem to get much in the way of support. And I'm not being anything but honest. The women's team has come through a lot of adversity to get their game off the ground. And rightfully so, you've got to build your own team, your own spirit, your own identity. And nowadays, I think that what the women's teams need to do is branch away from the men, completely get away from the men's teams and set your own business stand up. Set your own identity up. That's what I'm saying. It was pretty booked up in the decent seats, paid a little over 100. Not bad. Hey, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And also, I'm going to say this as well. Decent turnout in the stands. The seats up high. The nosebleed seats not selling out here at BMO Field. I'm not calling it Toronto Stadium. They can say what the hell they like. And, yeah. I just say, football has changed in a lot of ways over the years, and I'm looking at the lads right now, Richie Larea in the lineup, Joel Waterman, Kamal Miller, Saliba. Saliba is a player I love to watch. He also brings a little bit of spirit to the team, the unexpected vitality. He's got a great shot, can tackle, great passing ability. You know, I think really when I see what we've got in this team, it's what I see in the crowd. This whole nation, it does what it always does. Forget about the politics and all the crap. Think about the people and who we are. And forget about those that just came here. Think about Canadians. Real Canadians. They'll give you the shirt off someone else's back as well as theirs. They'll give you everything. But don't piss them off. But when I look in the crowd, I see what I've seen in over 32 years now of living in Canada. A great unity. A really great unity. I look at football crowds around the world, okay, and I tell you now, looking at them flags, it's absolutely brilliant. But I look at football crowds around the world, and I look in the crowd. Now, you can say something about this or something nothing about this, but when you look at the EPL, the Premier League, England, look in the crowd. What do you see in that crowd? I don't see too much diversity. But in Canadian crowds, I see a lot of diversity because Canada is built on immigration all these years. So when I look at the crowd, I look at our team and I see a true resemblance of what life looks down east. But it's totally different when you look in the west. Looking at your lineups quickly, St. Clair, Larea, Miller, Waterman, Seager, Ahmed, Choinière, Saliba, Buchanan, and up top, Captain Jonathan David, and Kyle Larin. Big team, big team. Iceland is going to give us a top match. And I tell you what, looking at the scene right now, I love it. But those grey seats upstairs is an eyesore. If they don't get sold out for the World Cup, it will be an embarrassment. And it will be true to the failed projections of the marketing and the promotion teams in and around Canada soccer. Because all through the years, these people who run it narcissistically, nepotistically, cronies, they all support each other at the top. They have done for years. And when you look at how the prices are dissembled and resemble what we're wearing, this shirt here, okay, it was a full national Canadian shirt given to me by John Brown in 2004 just before I was announcing a game against Guatemala for Canada. He gave me this shirt, yeah? This is a quality shirt. This shirt I would pay $200 for. Absolutely would. The thin shirts, look up top, look at Jonathan David's shirt. That's a proper shirt. The shirts you're getting in the stores are thin, very thin, and not worth the money you're paying. I've seen kids' shirts for over $200 in stores. Sport Check should be bloody ashamed of themselves. The Sports Check should be ashamed. The prices that they're charging for shirts that are not quality is ridiculous. I would not give you more than $60 for the Canadian national shirts on sale. Do you know why? Because they resemble the training shirts that were on sale for $60. Yeah. So I'm saying we need to get someone in really to design some shirts and to set the prices and to sell some shirts. The game's coming up right now. Let's see what we got. But nowadays, it's going to be a case of what's Jesse going to play? But the shirts, again, too expensive. Tickets, too expensive. Everything's too expensive. There is a recession going on. Price things cheaper, sell way more. Try to McTrout. Marcelo Flores going to sub in today, do you think? I'd like to see that. I'd like to see the red hair come in. Remember, Mexican kid, now Canadian. I'd like to see that. You're in the red section, lower level. You lucky bugger. You're in the red section. Well done, son. Well done, Trouty. I'll tell you what, it's great to have you, man. Great to have you. Great to have everybody here, wherever you are in the world. I'd started this 15 minutes later because there was a delay on game. So now we're ready. Iceland in white, kicking from right to left. Canada in full red. Beautiful to see it. Let's see what we get. Ball going long now. Iceland full of intent on a very dry-looking field. And some brown patches as well. Looks a little bit bubbling. Referee's coming in to see what's going on. The ball doesn't seem happy with the ball. That's a no-good ball. Get me a new ball. Referee wants a new ball. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, John Brown, back in 2004, gave me this shirt from Canadian Soccer Association, as it was called. And I tell you, announcing Canada games live in the stadium, there is no bigger thrill. There is no bigger thrill, I tell you now. And I don't say that to be an arrogant son of a gun. No. And by the way, this is not TV. You can say what you like in the chat, and so can I here on the mic. But we keep it decent. But I tell you, I could not listen to television guys talking football the way they do, especially how they slagged Italy this morning. Brennan and Atiba. And the host there barely looks alive. I can't remember his name, but he barely looks alive. But again, I couldn't watch and listen to TSN. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. I'm sorry, I can't. It's so scripted. It's not natural. Canada now with the ball. Throw-in coming in. Long throw-in. First sign of danger. A minute 29 gone here at BMO Field. All in the box. Back into the mix. It's alive. Can someone get on the end of it? It's going out for a corner. Well defended by Iceland. No messing around. And what kind of game are we going to get today? Is it going to be a 1-0? Is it going to be a 2-0? Do Canada get scored on? Do we have some terrible defending? And by the way, at half-time, I have an 8-minute reel at half-time. 8-minute reel of Canada highlights. Chaunier with the corner, taking his time. The highlights, 8 minutes of Canadian goals and all sorts of stuff. Wait for that at half-time. Corner in. Great corner. Near post coming through. Battling. It's alive. Going out for a goal kick, by the way. Another corner. Referee says corner. Hey. 2 minutes 20. I'm looking at Tejon Buchanan, and he looks like he's walking a bit stiff. Maybe he's a bit cold. Is it a chilly day in Tirana? Great fans in behind the net. Pushing and grabbing in the box as you normally see. Corner coming in one more time. That's not a great corner. That's two corners Chaunier's putting in at the near post. Wasted corners. You're going to have to do a lot better than that, Chaunier. A lot better than that. TSM putting up all sorts of advertising over the board, bigger than the bloody field itself. They are really clever at TSN, aren't they, hey? Wow. Let's block the game while it's in transition. You obviously don't do many football matches, do you? Get that shit off the screen. Ball coming to the right side now. Canada down the line. Needs to go further. Doesn't play it off. Hesitation. Now you're going backwards. It should have gone forwards, but he hesitates all the way back to Dane St. Clair. Again, I'm going to say it. The field looks a little on the dry side. Little on the light side. Has it been cut too short? Did someone complain about the length of the grass? It looks like it's been cropped. You've seen a few games at BMO Field, guys. That field looks like it's been cropped. It looks like it's probably just about 2¼ inch level, which is very short. Extremely short. Richie getting in the action. And you got to say, who doesn't love Richie Larea? Chippy Ricky. Iceland on the ball now, just inside their own half. Passing it around. And as you notice, international football is a slower version of the real deal, which is your club football. Ball going out for a throw-in. Is it going to go? And a nice dive at the wrong time. Referee gives the throw-in. These defenders that love to herd the ball or shepherd the ball over the line, you know, sometimes they get caught out and the referee doesn't call a foul. And you've seen teams get scored on. And Nico Seeger, remember, coming up at the half-time highlights. What Seeger just did there, you'll see exposed in the highlights at half-time. Seeger likes to live dangerously, very dangerously, not just on the wing, but inside of his own box. 5 minutes gone, no score. And again, another ball has not been inflated correctly. What the hell are they doing in Toronto with their balls? Get a grip of your balls, for sake. I tell you. Throw-in coming in. Nice throw-in all the way up to halfway. Big throw-in from Icelander. Going through. And again, ball looks like it's going out. Should go out. Should be a throw-in, as it is. I do say there's the seats down in behind the goal to our left look better than the open gap that was there for years. I gave you that. Red seats, please, not grey. But as for Marcelo Flores, I'd like to see him come in. I think there's time for people to not nail down a spot, but let Jesse know, hey, I'm here and I can do something for you. And I really would like to be on that bus going to the World Cup, per se, or that plane flying out to the next match, per se. But I want to be in that squad, in the lineup for the World Cup. A lot of guys are going to have to get in here. We've had a few injuries recently. But again, one of the players that I'm going to be talking on is a guy that might get some time. I doubt it. He shouldn't get any time, but people are talking highly about him, is Arabim Pepple. Free kick coming up again. Canada a little bit too physical, Choinière, unfortunately. But yes, little snowflakes coming down. It's getting chilly. I hope that snowflake turns into a storm. But yeah, Arabim Pepple being talked about very highly. Backing it up. Cavalry FC, he scores 6 goals in 7 matches 4 years ago. It was an aberration, a white elephant of scoring phenomena. He hasn't had it since. He scores 9 goals in League One in 20-odd games, and all of a sudden now he's the greatest striker ever. Beware, he's limited in what he can do. For Pepple to be on the game, the ball's got to be pushed forward for him to run onto. He's not a playmaker. He's not going to create things. He's a finisher. Not the best finisher, not the greatest speed, but he's worked his way to get to this stage. But again, don't think of too much from Pepple if he gets time. Buchanan now down the right wing, teasing the defender. Does he go past? He's beaten for speed, because he's not going round. And that goes out. Should be a throw-in for Iceland. Well done for Iceland. Again, in behind the goal. I love that lower deck with the seats in there. Fantastic. The way people are being channeled in there. But that top deck, that better get sold. And grey shouldn't have been the colour. Should not have been the colour. Ball down the line again. Iceland pushing it through. Nice, comfortable start by the Icelanders. For a road team, they're doing quite comfortably. And that is terrible by Miller. This is going to be 1-0 to Iceland. If this doesn't score, there you go, 1-0 Iceland. Beautiful finish. Absolute disastrous defending by Miller. What the hell is he thinking? What the hell is he thinking? 1-0 down. 8 minutes in. Now we got a game. I'm not despondent. I'm not down. As the snowflakes are coming down and getting thicker, you know that this is going to be a Canadian game. There's a guy I know very well on the bench, Paul Stalteri. Ex-Spurs, ex-Werder Bremen. Used to talk to Paul all the time on TV, on radio. Great guy. Great guy. Great to have on the bench. 1-0 down in the snowflakey sunshine. I'm not despondent, but that was horrific defending. What was Miller thinking? What was Miller thinking? And he wasn't thinking. Terrible defending by Miller. Really, an experienced defender messing up like that. Watch this again from behind. He hasn't even got the pace to get back. There's an indicator of why he may not be your best player in middle of defence. Great when the ball's in the air, decent in the tackle, but has no speed. Has no speed. Jesse Marsh may well look at Kamal Miller as pissed off as he can, but he's the man that put Miller on the field. Your decision, you can wear it. What do you make of Kyle Larin's recent form in Southampton? 4 goals in 11 matches. Yeah, you know what? I was watching Kyle. We've sent emails down to Southampton. We're waiting for an answer. We want to get Kyle in. But, yeah, Kyle scored on his debut for Southampton. And from there on in, he's done very well. And has helped Southampton go past my lovely team of Wrexham in the standings. Southampton have gone into 6th in the playoffs, and Wrexham are now 7th. But it's going to be a fight all the way to the end of the season for all teams going through. But Kyle Larin's done very well. Free kick coming up, the referee calling it back. But again, Kyle Miller, terrible defence, terrible mistake. I shouldn't be doing that at this stage, not at international football. And Kyle Larin is doing very well at Southampton. But, you know, it's a case of he goes from team to team to team to team to team. He doesn't have the form, and now he's hitting it. Why is he hitting it with Southampton? It's Tier 2. He's not a Tier 1 player. Cross coming in. Let's have someone finish that on the end of it. Shot on net, going wide. Scuffed shot. Richie Larea should have done better. And he knows it. But there will be many chances in this game. Don't kid yourself, guys. It's 1-0 down. Long way to go. Long way to go. Don't forget halftime. Loads of goal highlights for you. And some of the things that we've done wrong in matches as well. Some of the things that people have done wrong against us. There's some drama in those highlights at halftime. And it's a double loop. 8 minutes long. Goals, highlights, interesting stuff for Canada. Tried him a trout out. There you go. That's what I think about Kyle Larin. Ryan_T92. I'm predicting a 3-1 win for Canada. You know, buddy, you're right on the money right now. I think with the open play, we haven't seen the best of Canada in this game yet. Give it 15, 20 minutes into the match. We'll start opening up. One thing we don't want to do, though, is get stretched and have Kyle do another, and that's Miller, do another boo-boo like he just did. Referee blows it down. Poor Steinson is down, and he's in a bit of pain. Let's take a look at the blow. Oh, I tell you, yeah, that could be very painful, the way he landed. That could be very painful. Take another look. On his arm, he might have stretched his arm out there, as in pushed it up here. Maybe he's a little bit hurting. But nothing untoward. Purely a coming together. Tea time. Like I said a few minutes ago, Iceland has come into this game, settled very well. They get a very fortuitous goal, but when you have defending like that, it doesn't take too much to score. I would say Dane St. Clair needed to come out and stop. Maybe come a bit further out of the net and make the angles a little bit smaller. But he didn't come out and he didn't make the angles smaller. And a nice slide rule pass into the corner. 1-0. Canada, though, showing a lot of play. And again, looking for the free kick, nothing doing. Referee says, carry on. We've got a decent referee here today. The decent referee today. No doubt about it. Ball along the back line. I do like the design of that far set of bleachers. I do like the design, but red would have been better. And a decent crowd for this match as well, considering the early time. But big up, big up, big up. Big up to you, Ryan _T92. Hope you're enjoying the game. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Ball in. Headed coming in. Easy collection for the keeper. Trying to steer it on net and rather than direct it into the corner. Iceland under pressure. Trying to come out of defence now. Bringing it forward. Under pressure. Passing and moving. Making life easier. But the ball intercepted. And luckily, Iceland get possession again. "13 minutes gone. The game's going round really quickly. Sooner than later, we'll be at half-time 1-0 down unless we really start to get the ball on the ground and do what we do the best. Pass and move. Go down the wings. Get Tejon linked into the game and start swarming in and around Iceland's box. Plenty of time to go. The 1 goal down is a good thing. It's a really good thing. Because now we have adversity. Now we've got to fight up another mountain to get a result. And in preparation for a World Cup, you do not want easy matches. I don't say we want to lose 4 matches. But I do say we need matches to test us. What's the point in taking on minnow teams and winning 5-0? Does you nothing but good up front. Helps you nothing at all in the back. And your midfield? Hey, you haven't been tested. You need big teams. Iceland, to me, in this category of a game, moving up 3 more matches after in preparation for the 2026 World Cup for Canada, I think Iceland is a perfect team to go up against. And 1-0 down right now. I'm loving it because we've got to battle. We've got to figure it out. We've got to get the tactics right and the substitutions. And we've got to get back in this game. That's going to go straight out. No chance he's going to collect that. That's my take on it. Coming back into the chat. Trouty McTrout says, I was concerned about exactly that issue for Kamal. Loved him in the last World Cup, but that was 3 years ago. Brilliant point. Brilliant point, Trouty. Brilliant point. I myself have a lot of affection for Kamal, but there's no pace. And in this game, it's not an old man's game. It's a young man's game. It's about piss and vinegar, pace on the ball, pass and move, extra commitment, and never say die. Kamal's legs are slowly giving up on him. Like I say, defending in front of himself, no problem. But you saw clearly he could not get back or even get close to POSTMATCH as he's running in on net. One of the markers we want to take care of is speed at the back. Have speed at the back. Save yourself when you need to. Save yourself in those kind of situations. A top defender with pace would have been back on POSTMATCH and would have stopped the shot coming in. And also Dane St. Clair, again, I'm going to say, it should have come out, closed the angles and got closer to the ball. If he does that, he may get a piece on it. It may get a nick on it. It may go wide. Canada coming the other way now. Down the left wing. Fuller pace. Coming in. Shot coming in. Blounced away. Iceland get it out there. Man down gets up. He's hurting. Referee doesn't blow it. But Canada have another shot on net. Going into the chat, guys. Kyler, how you doing, fella? Kyler41. Good man. Long time no see, but hey, Canada don't get many games, do we? But good to see you again, fella. Welcome in, Kyler. Kyler says, just give me a second, ball down the left side. Canada trying to work something, pick the lock here. Ball's on the left side again. Ali Ahmed with the ball, trying something, slides it through. That's not going to make it. Nice idea, but you're asking too much. Asking way too much of anybody to get on the ball. Too much pace on it. Soft feet, Ahmed. Soft feet. Get it done. You got to say it how it is. But Kyler, that's not defending. That's an assist. Oh, love it, mate. Love it. You're back in the house, brother. Oh, yes. Kyler picks it, says it how it is. Beautiful, brother. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is exactly. That is an assist. I'm going to read that again. Kyler41. Reference Kamal Miller's mess up. That's not defending. That's an assist. Absolutely perfect, brother. Absolutely perfect. Throwing down the line, going in. Intercepted one more time. But it seems the one-on-ones and the two-on-twos, Iceland's doing very well. The battles, the first balls, the battles, the second balls is what I'm saying. They're doing very well. And for a road team, you've got to say, anybody from the Icelandic region watching this will be quite happy at what's going on. They don't have the best of form. They don't have the worst of form, but they'll be happy about that. Great ball there by my man, David, coming through now. What can we do, though? Racing inside. Goes against one, goes against two. Trying too much there. Trying too much. Sometimes you've got to do the simple things and just keep it simple, stupid. Left, right, left, right. Too many lefts, too many rights. It should have just passed off and take the shot. Take that shot. 18 minutes down. Still 1-0 down, Canada. An unfortunate piece of defending by Miller. And Iceland in the game. For the road team, they'll be quite happy. Canada still playing now with possession. Having possession. Jonathan David taking it down beautifully. The field is bobbling. Look at that field, how that ball is bobbling. Look at the field. Look at the field. Remember I said early on in that the ball is bobbling. It's not running smooth. This field looks rough. Look at how they cropped it. Look at the crop on the grass. Look how short they've cut this grass. They've done this field no justice by shortening the grass. It's about 2.25 inches long, that cut. The grass is cut too short. It's bobbling horribly. It needs saturating with water, and it needs a little bit longer on the grass to make that ball smoother. Look at the cleats on the guys on the goal mouth. That's how short that grass is. Too short. Far too short. The skillful players want the lush grass. Ball coming in, not the best cross on the edge of the box now. Picked up, shot coming in, blocked again on the edge of the box. Canada in possession. JD passes it off wide. Gets it back, cuts inside. Still has the ball in the Icelandic area. Shot coming in. Shot comes in. Well saved by the keeper. A lot of huffing and puffing. Saliba comes off with the shot, but nothing really comes off with it. Up to Jesse Marsh to start getting his team formed up. Again, the ball being looked at by a few of the players and the referees. Whoever inflated the balls today needs to get a grip of their balls. Don't you agree? Leonardo Baravira, 1985. No worries, guys. Canada wins, supporting from Brazil. Hey, I tell you what, I can't wait to see Brazil at the World Cup. Oh, yeah. I can remember a game when I was a tiny tot. I was 10, and I watched Scotland playing Brazil at the 74 World Cup, and it was like watching football in a cathedral. It was such a spiritual thing, watching Brazil and Scotland at the 74 World Cup in Germany. Unbelievable. And obviously, I will always mention the greatest footballer of all time, Edson Arantes do Nascimento. Shot coming in, 2-0. 2-0 down after 21 minutes, and it's that man again. Beautiful number 9. Ozarsson gets it in, fantastic shot. But again, we're asking ourselves, what's Dane St. Clair up to? Iceland 2-0 up. I tell you, time to wake up. Do we get an amazing second half? Because right now, Iceland is kicking our asses, and you won't hear that on TV. And anybody watching TV, I tell you what, I can't. I did it. I did TV. I did radio. But years ago, people did it better. Shot coming in. Again, where is Dane St. Clair? Look at the shot come in and look how low Dane St. Clair is on the parry as he's going down. He's going down before the shot comes in. Can't see it there, but watch it from behind the goal. He goes down far too easy. He's down low, and that shot goes in at knee height. Dane could have done better, at least on one of them. Let's say that much. 2-0 down. 22 minutes, and at this rate, we are going to lose 9-0. Come on, Jesse. Get it going. 22 minutes gone, 2-0 down. Holy shamoly. What is going on? I tell you. Ryan T _ Kyler, kick it out of bounds. Absolutely, kick it out of bounds. Would have been the simple thing. Yes. Going back to Kamal Miller's. Kick it out of bounds would have been the simplest thing. That's what you're told. If in doubt, kick it out. That's what you're told. Every time. But if you don't, bad things happen. Ryan _92, T92 says, been a bit sloppy to start, but we're growing into the game. We were, and we still are. But we don't need to get scored on again. I mean, holy moly. Look at what we're doing at the back. We're playing the ball around like a hot potato, like we haven't played with each other before. Kamal Miller's out on the left side. He needs to be in the middle. Well, nicely played there by Richie Larea. going round. Ahmed getting hooked down, looking for the free kick. Get up. Get your ass up, Ali. Come on, keep going. There's no time to cry. We've got to get in this. We're 2-0 down. Got to get into this and show the character that this team has showed for the last 4 years. Ball through the middle. Keeper's going to get that. Nice, easy gather in his lovely green and slight yellow shades. That's what you want your keeper to be. Nice and bright. And own the 6-yard box. So far, you have to say Iceland's doing very well. Kyla says, happy to be back, Steve. Always have a great memories with your channel. Hey, buddy, I tell you, we've been a few places, haven't we, hey, the last few years? And I'm so looking forward to the World Cup. And I will be doing lots of World Cup matches. And I'm going to cherry pick the best just for you. Oh, yeah. This channel, we're going to cherry pick the best of the best. We're not going to watch the minnows get slaughtered. You're probably going to see some big scores at the World Cup under, you know, the infant-brained Infantino that thinks 48 teams is a better World Cup. That guy that's very good friends with Donald Trump, yeah? The Peace Prize prick. Hey, tell you, it's an interesting world we're going to, and I can't imagine another World Cup ever be like the next one. I hope they switch to 32 after the 48 because, to be honest with you, if you're not quality, you don't deserve to be at a World Cup. It's that simple. Italy are not quality at the moment. They might not get there. They're looking to get there. But the World Cup deserves quality. And I'm loving the quality of the white flakes coming down on the field right now. Ali Ahmed, not very strong on the ball, easily to shake off it. Great season so far with Norwich City. But again, he doesn't like to respond to Canadian YouTubers and do interviews. So we're going to say that a few times. Just so you know what these players are like. Seeger in the box, looking for something. Ball down the line, coming in, headed into the mix. And again, Iceland clearing quite easily. And to be quite frankly, Iceland are looking like the only team unit on the field right now. Canada have not come together. I don't know what the form or the flow is, but I'm looking at a real erratic defensive line. Someone needs to get on the ball. Slow it down. Stop playing the long balls and start playing into feet. Build it up slowly, nice and patiently. Do what you do. That's not going to do it. The passing has been second rate so far. Plenty of time to go. 25 minutes in, 2-0 down. Canada need a goal just before half-time. Get a goal, get in the game. Score one, score more, win the game. 3 goals are needed for the win. It would have been so easy with just one and steady defending. Free kick coming up. The last game I saw in the snow was the Canadian Premier League final, and that game should have been called off, to be quite frank. There was too much snow on the field. But that was the last snowy game. Ahmed on the wing now, cutting in, tic-tac-toeing. Canada trying the impossible, trying to squeeze the ball through the eye of a needle, and it's not going to work. Got to use your men. Got to pass that ball around. Got to get in this game and give them fans something to cheer about. Something to cheer about is what these guys need. Ryan underscore T. Ryan, I'm going to call you Ryan underscore. I'm just going to call you Ryan from now on. You got the name Ryan. I'm calling you Ryan. But Ryan says, there goes my prediction. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Tic-tac-toe going through again. I haven't seen the back line of Canada look so weak before, but I'll tell you what, it's one of the tactics that I've said that if they use it against us, they being the opponent anytime, it'll strip us. What am I talking about? I'm talking about little through balls in the final third at and in between the midfield line and the defensive line. That's what they're doing brilliantly, Iceland. That's where they're executing. We got to wise up, wake up, and fill that slot. Jesse Marsh, wake up. Ahmed now, down the line with his pretty blue boots, cuts inside, passes off, nothing open. Ball now, switching play, going back to Ahmed. There it goes. One more time, one-on-one. Puts inside. Trying to pick the lock. Canada are trying to pick the lock here too sweetly, too cutely. They'd be far wiser to go down the wing and just cross the ball into the zone. Just cross the ball in the zone. I got you, Ryan. I'll call you Ryan. Absolutely, man. Just going to call you Ryan. You're the Ryan of Canadian soccer for me. Ultimate Soccer's Ryan. There you go. You've got it. Every time I see the underscore T92, I'm just going to say Ryan. So you got it, bruv. Kyler, oh wow, this is brutal. It is. It is. It is. But again, if we just play the simple plays, down the line, cross the ball, and stop trying to pick the lock with cute little passes, because Iceland are going to eat that up all day long. And that's what Kamal Miller should have done before he coughed up the goal, was push the ball wide. Akman now cutting inside, flashes through, shot coming in, easy gather. One more time, no connection on it. Rushing the shot, JD. Rushing the shot. Got another game coming up for Canada in a couple of days. On the 31st, we'll be taking on Tunisia, also at BMO Field. And we're going to be doing that one too. Yes, we are. Ball through now. Again, offside called. He doesn't like it. And there could be a yellow card for kicking the ball away there. But no, says the linesman. He's not going to give one out. But kick the ball away. Give him a card. See Canada doing this tic-tac-toe through the middle. It's far easier to let the ball do the work and go past. We're making life harder on ourselves. And I'll tell you what, it's lucky that we got a referee that's giving us some love, because we're getting some free kicks here that normally we would not get. And that is something that you know personally all about. 29 minutes gone. Free kick coming up, way out. Should be flighting this onto the penalty spot, left side of the penalty spot. Chournier's got the ball. Great little player with his crazy hair. Snow starting to build, and I want the snow to calm down. Let's have a snowy day. It won't bother the Icelanders. Ball coming in, Chournier. Great free kick. Iceland clearing the danger one more time, but not too far. And again, getting another touch on it. To me, I think a few people are feeling the cold and don't like the weather. It is a case of wrap up, buckle up, and stick it out. And again, I'm going to say it, that field, I don't think that field is in the greatest of shape that I've ever seen. Tic-tac-toe move through the middle, cross coming in. Cross does come in, cleared one more time, going out for a corner. Canada, corner, 30 minutes gone. Iceland 2-0 up, if you're just joining in right now. The first goal was a sloppy defensive error by Kamal Miller. And the second one, ball down the right side, sliding ball through the back line on the right side of defence, and a nice, cool, slotted finish inside the right post, just on the ground. And both times, you got to ask yourself, could he have done some more? Balls in and out, and I tell you, very close to Canada getting a goal. Just can't get it over the line. Again, well defended, and Larin can't finish it. He may have 4 goals in 11 for Southampton, but right now, that's a situation where, unfortunately, he just couldn't get much on it. Chournier gets another chance at it. Ball coming in. Again, well taken by the keeper. Leonardo Baraviera, 1985. Time to cool down. Canada can still overcome. Sometimes a challenge is necessary. Absolutely. I agree with you. Leonardo. Absolutely. Like I said about 10 minutes ago, the 1-0, it's not a bad thing. The 2-0 is not a bad thing. It's a test. Can we get back into this match? 1-0 was a different challenge. 2-0 is a bigger challenge. But again, it's a challenge, and it's something of a character challenge. And in the cold weather and the chilly weather, that's when you've got to stand up and be counted. Now it's a character match. And Iceland must be loving what's happening. 32 minutes, gone. Trout says, yep, that's how Canada lost to Belgium at the last World Cup. Little through ball in the middle. There you go, brother. There you go. That's the worst thing that we offer, is the through balls in the middle of defence. If people smarten up to that, they cut through as like a knife through butter, like you've seen. Well done, Dane St. Clair. The best thing he's done all game so far. It's good to have the ball in your hands as a keeper. It gets you that confidence. And right now, St. Clair doesn't want number 3 to go back in the net. You know why? He probably doesn't get to start the World Cup with a performance like this. Terrible pass there. Terrible pass again. Surely wasn't looking at the right man. And again, we're making life easy for Iceland. Slow it down slightly. That's how we need to get into this game. Don't chase it. Don't mess around in their final third. Get back up to halfway. Give them the ball on the back line. Nullify what they're doing at the back of the field. They want you to come forward. They want you to open up in behind. And that's how the space is going to be literally built for them. Get back up. Get into the counter-attack system for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Stifle the play. And use the wings moving forward on the wings only and at speed. Throw-in coming in now. Saliba with the ball. Needs to go in the box. Long throw. Decent throw. Again, easily repelled by Iceland, and that's something they've done all game long, is headed the back into the mixer and cleared the danger every time. Ball coming back. Another free kick. And I tell you, card's coming out this time. There you go, babies. There's the yellow card. Big yellow card. Referee slowly getting on in tune with the yellow card fractions. Letting it happen, letting it happen. Look at the foul. Total foul. No play for the ball. No play for the ball. And in fact, close to it, but no coconut. And Ahmed down again. Ryan says, oh, close by Larin it was. Yeah, that's how Canada lose to Belgium. Remember that. Down the middle. Trouty. Ryan says, so close by Larin. R.R. Reynolds, brother, how you doing, fella? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Haha, you mean they'll be start blubbering? Yes, mate. Yes, yeah. That's another one. Val's the GOAT, 6933. Do you think Iceland will win? And also, what minute is it? Right now, you're at 35 minutes in. It's 2-0 to Iceland. And you've got to say, Iceland's in the driving seat. If we keep doing the same things that we're doing right now, you could see this being a 3-0 defeat. But a goal changes everything. And Canada need one before half-time. That's the way to change it. Referee's got it all marked out. Chaunier with a free kick now. 35 minutes gone. Free kick comes in. On target. Oh, I tell you, just wide. Nice and close by Chaunier. Very close. Keeper beaten. Could have been the goal. So right now, I've got to say Val's the GOAT. He's about 4 feet wide. Not that close. I think Iceland are the team to win this right now. But the one thing that will change this around is a goal for Canada. Canada need a goal for confidence. That old adage, and I'm going to sing for you now. Score, come on, score. Once you get one, you'll get more. We'll sing you at Assembly when we get to Wembley. So come on, you bastards, and score. That's a football song. So if you score, you're going to get more. And that's the feeling I have for Canada right now, is that we're on the periphery of doing something, but we haven't really threaded that right ball through. We're rushing the moment, just like the free kick you just saw by Camilla. Miller wants to fire the ball straight away. The referee backs it straight up. We are rushing things. The nerves are in play. We need to calm down and take it at an easier level. We need to play at the speed of Iceland. Look at Iceland when they're playing the ball right now. There's a man in space all the time. The ball's going where the pressure isn't. Keeper's going to get it right now. It's going to come all the way back. Tic-tac-toeing. It's going to go down the line again. Pressure. Pressure. We need to put pressure on them. Well done, Carmilla. But we need to get to the pace of Iceland. They're confident. They're relaxed. And we're chasing it. R.R. Reynolds. That is brilliant, mate. Everybody listen to this one. R.R. Reynolds says, if Iceland lose, will they start wailing? Oh, God. We got the best people in here, man. We got the best people every time. Wrexham, I tell you, lots of fun with Wrexham, lots of fun with Canada, lots of fun with all the games we do. Get in here, you'll have fun with us. I tell you, you will. Iceland battling again, coming over halfway, and Canada still trying to get something going, moving down the left side. But everywhere we go, there's always an Icelander waiting to take us out. I got to tell you, for Iceland, their fans are probably thinking, wow, what's going on? Dane Sinclair now with the ball at his feet, passing it off to the left side. Gets it back. And when I see defenders shuttling off backwards away from the goalkeeper like that, it gives me nightmares. Stay close to the keeper. Iceland win the ball, goes back to the keeper, close, but just gets there in time. If Iceland lose, they'll start wailing. And Trout says, "You mean they'll start blubbering?" You guys. It's so good. That's why I love doing this, because of you. Free kick coming up. Nice little dive, but we win the ball. Val's the GOAT. Do you think Iceland win? Also, what minute is it? Oh, sorry, I just read that twice. 38 minutes gone, Val. And they've got a good chance. 2-0 up at half-time. And as they say, the worst lead in football is 2-0. Ball coming forward now. Can we get something going down the right wing? We can. He doesn't get there. Beaten to the ball. Tejon try, but he's not getting there. Getting a little too physical there. Tejon having a bit of a physical battle there. Wafting away the Icelander, who doesn't think it's very nice to be thrown off the field. And he's got some point with that. He does. 35th minute, 2-0 to Iceland. It's now 39 minutes, coming up to 40 minutes. Look at that crowd in behind the goal. Still as concrete. They've had nothing to cheer. They're still as concrete. Look at them. There's no flags waving. There's no singing. Oh, it's got one flag waving right now. That crowd is dead in the water. They need something to cheer, and they've had nothing so far. And I tell you, rather than a few long balls down the line, we've had nothing going of quality. Let's see what Jesse Marsh does after half-time. But I tell you what, full credit to Iceland for what they're doing so far. They've manufactured themselves into this match. They've done a fantastic job so far. Considering they're the road team, and Canada, 30 in the world, should be doing a lot better than this. A lot of physical play. Referee plays it on. And we're trying again to do the cute stuff in front of net. And the minute that Seager and crew sort of wake up and realise the simple play is the best way to go through, they'll start scoring goals. Overcomplicating the move is killing us. The static moves, the start-stop moves, another cross comes in. Oh, I tell you, opportunistic there by Carl Larin. But again, we've been very close. We've been touching around it, but we haven't got our hands on it right now. We've been touching it, but not hitting it. Nice chance by Kyle Larin. Smart idea. But again, flat lining up top. Richie Larea's having a physical battle. Haraldson with the referee. Richie Larea having a conversation, but it's all good now. "41 minutes gone. Who would have thought we'd be 2-0 down against Iceland here at BMO Field? But we're 2-0 down, and we're going to have to shake it up, change it up, and get something going in the second half. But individual plays in the first half is the name of the day. Individual plays, not teamwork. And the individual plays are killing the team. We need to get the ball flowing and get everybody on the ball in the possession stage. Get the ball doing the pressure work and simple plays. Ball over the top now, down the line. Can he get there? Once again, well defended. There's a big battle going on for that one in the corner. Free kick coming up one more time. Buchanan, very physical on the day. Remembering the man that's broke his leg once already. And how he was out for quite some time. He's come back. And a lot of guys break legs, never come back the way they were. Tejon Buchanan, in my opinion, since he broke his leg, has come back as a bigger player for Team Canada. If not necessarily in club football, definitely for the national team. That's what matters. Ball coming through. Canada chasing it out, kicking it out, making the simple play. Ryan says, I hope Jesse takes Kamal off at half-time and we get to see Peppel at some point. Where are you located, Ryan? Where are you located in Canada? I've seen Peppel play. Arabim Peppel, Cavalry FC, and I've watched him play as he's been overseas as well. I've followed him very extensively, actually, so I know how he's... Being honest, his form was bad at the start, but it's come good recently. 43 minutes to go, or 43 minutes gone. Canada's still looking to get something to go. Nice physical event, but that's all she wrote so far. Guys are getting physical, but let's see more of the skill. Val the Goat says, do you think this game matters to the players? That's the thing going through my mind as well. It's like, do they look interested? Are they really keyed into this? Are they really bothered? Maybe the thought they're coming in there from Ryan with Peppel. Maybe Peppel needs to come on. Maybe someone needs to come on to shake their asses up, because there seems to be a lackluster performance. And I'm not talking offense. I'm talking defense. I'm talking midfield. And I'm talking goalkeeping. Kyle Larin and JD, Jonathan David, can't put the ball in the back of the net if the service isn't there. Ahmed today has been flawless, apart from getting the cross in. He's done great work down the wing, but he hasn't got the ball into the kill zone on the toe or on the head of JD and Kyle Larin. You can say the same on Tajian Buchanan. It hasn't been there apart from the one that got through to Larin, and that's been that. So the forwards have had nothing to feed on. Midfield has been disjointed. Defence has been very loose. And the goalkeeping has been, I'll say it, second rate for the national team. If you don't like the honesty here, guys, I do apologise. But I can't lie to you. I'm just going to say it how it is. TV, they may lie their asses off to you. And after time, I'll be honest with you, TV, smoke and mirrors, makeup, and half of them don't even know the game. They don't even know the rules. I tell you what, sometimes TSN and the rest of them, some of the rules that they come up with don't even exist. It baffles me sometimes what they put on TV. And Craig Forrest was one of the better ones. Absolutely. Worked with Craig a few times. So yeah, Val the Goat. I think Val's the Goat, I should say. I don't know if they're too interested. It's hard to say that. But we've seen this team play much better than they are right now. And as for stopping the game for someone doing their boot up, that doesn't happen. There's no rule to allow you to tie your boots up. You do your equipment check before you come on the ground. You do your equipment check through the game. Boot laces, tying up, that's not on the watch time. That's on your time. That's not for tactics to make up for you. That's up for you to do up your bloody shoe. And if you're not laughing, you don't know what sort of sarcastic kind of guy I am. Because there's sarcasm buried all the way through. Iceland now, 46 minutes gone, a minute to go, added time of the 2. But Iceland can be very happy with what they've done so far. And I tell you, Jesse Marsh throwing the ball straight to Seager unceremoniously. That looked a little bit angry from Jesse Marsh, to tell you the truth. And I don't think that's the kind of action a coach needs to do at a shaky right back in a game like this. Shows you a little bit of the personal side there from Jesse Marsh. He has been known to lose it a few times. He has been known to be banned a few times. Yeah. You got a great point there, Ryan. You got a great point there. Val the Goat, do you think Iran will play at the World Cup or drop out? There's half-time right now. Don't forget, we got highlights coming for you in a couple of minutes. 8 minutes of highlights. Canada scoring goals and other good things that you don't want to miss. But getting into the chat as we go through. 2-0 down at half-time. Oscarson, 9 and 21. He will never have an easier first goal and a simpler second goal. We made life so easy. And high-fiving Canadian players as they're coming off the ground after that performance. You want to be shaking your damn head. There's no high-fiving people when you're coming off after that performance. Get in the changing room. Get ready for the hairdryer. Get ready to get bollocked. And if you don't know what bollocked means, it means get your head ripped off. Because that's what they deserve for that performance. They were not at the races. And Iceland did the simple things very well, especially clean handling by the goalkeeper and heading the repelling headers in the box. Iceland were winning the one-on-ones on the floor and the one-on-ones in the air, and Canada comes out in the second half, in my opinion, with a bit more balls, a bit more gusto, and a bit more work rate and simpler plays. We are complicating this game from start to finish. And if Jesse Marsch thinks he can pick the lock like that at a World Cup, he is absolutely kidding us and kidding himself and kidding the team. It needs a step up, and if they don't step up, what will happen was this team will flatline over the next 3 matches. We will not find peak form, and we will still play with the junior members of this squad instead of all the former first liners. If we have injuries, I get it. But at the same time, that performance wasn't good enough. I'm looking for a hairdryer routine at halftime, and the guys come out loaded, ready to go, and with the right frame of mind, as if we've got to start working. You've seen too many people walking. And if you're walking around, you're walking to a loss. We are walking to a loss in defence, in midfield. And again, we've got to get balls up to Larin and JD to get it up there. And what's wrong with putting the ball in there and heading down for someone coming in on the edge of the box to blast it a shot or a tic-tac-toe like Seeger did long time ago against Romania, which you're going to see in a couple of minutes. I'm going to hit the chat before we get into the lineup and the highlights. But Val's the Goat says, do you think Iran will play in the World Cup or drop out? Apparently they're going to drop out, and they've made notions that they will not be coming. Look, when you're bombing the crap out of someone's country and your country is going to be hosting or be a host, I think my country would boycott the World Cup too. I'm worried that other teams will boycott the World Cup because of the hate on for Trump and the hate on for America for what they've done to Iran. I think politics is overflowing, and it needs to be kicked in the balls out of soccer and out of any sport. But I'm worried there will be teams that will not come to the World Cup because they're worried about the situation in America and what America's doing around the world. I don't want to get political. I'm not political at all. But with Iran, I think they have full rights, literally, to say, no, we're not coming. Then you got to say, who's going to step into their place? It should be the team that finished below them in the group. Will they then say, FIFA, you can suck my ass. You're joining up with the American Annihilation Killing Force, and we don't want any part of your cup. There could be some teams step away. That's what I'm thinking might happen. But at the end of the day, FIFA should be nowhere near an arms dealer or an arms race or an arms zone or a war. They should be focusing on football. If you look at the African nation throughout the years, when there's been civil wars going on in African nations, the FIFA World Cup stops wars. We don't want FIFA to become something that starts wars. Okay, Infantino, you got a brain the size of an ant. You've ruined football completely. Now you're ruining the world on stage as well with the use of football. It's absolutely asinine. Asinine. It shouldn't take place. That's about as political as I'm going to get. But I tell you, Iran, Val's the Goat, I've got to tell you, they have every right not to go. They're a proud nation. I've been in the Middle East. I tell you now, I've lived in the Middle East. And people in the Middle East are fantastic, wonderful, beautiful people. They do not deserve this. All the decades that people have been blowing the crap out of the Middle East is absolutely insane. Insane. And we're expected as football fans to just sup it up and see Infantino and Trumpy do that nutty job with the trophy, the Peace Prize prick. No, I'm not having any of that. Not having any of that. Back into the chat, guys. Jeffrey Perrin found you. Hey, Jeffrey, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Remember, like, subscribe, all notifications, guys. You'll always find me. I've had so many people say, I found you, I lost you. Notifications, subscribe, like it, get in here. It's not TV, it's us. It's real. It is. Wow, Canada guys. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Val the Goat says, do you think Davies is the greatest Canadian player? Oh, what a question that is. What a question that is. Greatest Canadian player. Ooh. Well, so far, if you're thinking goals, it's JD. But I think one of my favourites of all times was Dwayne Di Rosario. Maybe not the numbers, but the way he played the game. And I've talked to Dwayne a few times. He's a lovely guy. He knows who he is. He's got attitude. He's got character. He's got charisma. And he's got ball. He's got game. But he's a lovely guy. For me, Dwayne is probably one of, but there's a few out there. But yeah, if Alphonso carries on collecting trophies, yes, he's going to be. But I'm not an Alphonso Davies lover, per se, because I haven't seen enough of him in a national shirt recently. And when he does come back, Jesse Marsh, give him a role. Don't let him wander all over the place. That's how people get injured. Give him a role. Let him dominate what he does best, yeah? But hey, could be when he wins more trophies, but he's got a little ways to go, yeah? A little ways to go. On the men's side, yes. Think FIFA denied them to play in Canada, Mexico. Yay. Val says, yeah, I think FIFA denied them to play in Canada or Mexico. You're right, you're right, you're right. Totally agree with you. Cheers, Ryan. Jeffrey Perrin, I agree as well. There you go. True rude Canadian. As it is Canada over. Yes. Yes, bruv. I tell you, the true rude Canadian. Absolutely. Wearing this shirt with me. What shirt am I wearing? What's the badge? What's the badge? What's the badge? That's the badge. Yeah. 32 years I've been travelling with this badge. And there ain't no other badge. And true rude Canadian. I'm a true rude Canadian as well, bruv. Just like you. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. Yes. R.R. Reynolds, if Peffel replaces Kamal, he will get the hump. Absolutely. Richie. Hey, Rich _ Pierre1U. Rich here. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Been a while, mate. Yes, it has. I remember. Good to see you. That mug of yours. I just checked in. Let's get after this in the second half, lads. Let's get after this. Come on. Let's get after this. Bloody right. Bloody right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to look to see what's going on in the stadium. But those goals going in, absolutely terrible, terrible, terrible. What I'm going to do right now for you guys, give you a little bit of entertainment. I'm going to give you some Canadian highlights from a few matches that have gone on round. Okay, get into this. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll be watching it with you. But take in some of these highlights right now. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the highlights there. We're coming back to the game. I thought I'd keep you entertained. Surprised Kamal wasn't taken off, says Ryan. I am too, but hey, it is what it is. He is definitely still in the lineup. As we go, the game is live. Let's see if we can get a better second half this time around. But hey, as we go through the second half, I'm going to give you some information, what you need to know moving forward. But well done in the chat, everybody. You've been fantastic again. It's been an absolute blast. Canada moving down the right wing. Ball coming. Get on the end of that. Keeper well read, well collected. And that's a goalkeeper that you need. Coming forward, grabbing the ball. No problems. Clean gathering. That's a goalkeeper you need. 9 times out of 10, keepers want to punch it away. I love a keeper that can catch the ball like a little kiddie. Yes. Iceland coming down the right wing again. Free kick coming up. No, it's a throw-in. And man off the field, so doesn't need to stop the play. Richie Larea called for the foul. Going back into the chat, guys. You guys have been rocking it. Keep rocking it. Keep rocking it. Keep rocking it. But hey, true Canadian. the true rude Canadian. That was a funny one. That was a funny one. Absolutely. Are you going to do a watch-along for Brazil Legends versus TFC Legends? Also, you should update the score. Score's done. Score's done. Score's good. It's Iceland 2. Canada 0 so far. It is done. It is done. It got stuck. For some reason, it's stuck. So there we go. But we're back on, and it is what it is. Kamal Miller with the ball at his feet, passes off. And again, are we going to do simple things, or are we going to complicate our life? Just getting that seat nice and comfy. There we go. We're in the right slot. But credit to Iceland so far, you got to say. You got to say. Am I going to do a TFC Legends and Brazil Legends? I'll let you know about that one. I've got to find out. We've got a few broadcasts coming up fast. So as they arrive, I have to say yes or no in a couple of days. I'll get back to you on that one, though, for sure. Something I've been looking at. Again, Iceland becoming the victors, the champions of the one-on-ones. The first ball is being won, and the crowd hasn't come back into their seats very quickly. Maybe a sign of how people are feeling about this match so far, but a lot of people still getting their beer and their rotten pies at half-time, and I hope you're laughing at the rotten pies. Again, let's see what happens in this match in the second half. It seems Jesse Marsh, offside call straight away. Seems Jesse Marsh is sitting on his hands, not getting anything done. And this is also a moment for Jesse Marsh to show what kind of character he is and how he can get this team back up and running and into the match. 1 goal is what we need. 2 goals would be lovely, but get the first one, build from there. And sometimes I've got to say the tactics that we are using look strange to me today. We don't seem to be operating the way we normally do. The high press isn't really visible as it normally is. There's a lot of things on this game that are not running normal to a normal Canadian national team match. Free kick coming in, Saliba late with the tackle. Nothing malicious. But this match just doesn't look like a normal game for us. But yeah, Ryan, I got to say, surprised Kamal wasn't taken off. And in through the playoff situation towards the World Cup and all through the games since the World Cup up to this stage, that press has been present. And the press hasn't really been present today. And again, I've been saying, put the balls through. There you go. There's one going through. Kyle Larin now. What can he do on the edge of the box? On his own. Trying to beat it. He's running out of space. And that's drifting for a corner. Well done, Kyle Larin. At least he's getting something out of the game. But again, I'm going to go back onto the shirts thing, guys. Our shirts, our red national shirts, literally, what is there to pay over $200 for these shirts? There's training shirts from Nike, exactly the same red as our national shirts for $60. But what is there for over $200? I don't get it. I don't get it. Corner coming in now. Let's get something off this one. Decent corner, far post. Headed in. And the side netting. Needed to be more on goal. Kyle Larin, big chance for Larin again. And all through his career with Canada, Larin, second highest scorer with the national team. Sometimes he does miss some sitters, and that is a sitter. You're 2 feet off target and you can't get it on target. Should be getting that on target, and he knows it. The look in his eyes, the look on his face, he knows he should have been hitting the target. Will Jesse get the substitutes rolling? Ryan asked me, do you think that's because of the injuries we have? And that's reference Kamal Miller being in the team, yada, yada. Kamal's had a few games, literally walking time back in the last few years. He's been on the field quite a few times. He's been a bit of a regular come squad regular, yeah? He's had time. And normally, he's decent. But I think you've got to say, them legs are getting long. But normally he plays a better game. But it could be due to the injuries. I do agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that. And at this stage, you've shown in the first half that you couldn't get it done. So change it up. Change it up. I can talk from experience. When a defender sees the same forward all match long, he gets used to how that forward is playing, just like right now, going down the left wing. Seagar's seen this all match long. You start to get used to it. But the forward gets to see you all game long. And if you see the transition of play where Seagar had the ball, could have cleared it, doesn't clear it, and now we're under pressure, that's all because of one player on one player knowing each other, getting the upper hand, and literally overpowering the forward or the defender on the opposite team. Tajon Buchanan working magic going down the wing there. I mean, that's Pelé stuff. His studs seems to have dug in the ground, and I don't know if he didn't pull something there, but watch after this. He's going down. There you go. He's pulled up. That looks like a knee job. His studs seem to have locked up in the grass. He shouldn't be getting up just yet. He should be taking the time. Watch his studs stick in the grass. I told you it was dry. Watch this. Just coming up right here. There. His knee. Did you see the knee? That's the grass. That grass is like straw. It's dry. It needs saturating. Your plates or your blades start locking up in the dry turf. Lucky he doesn't wrench his knee. ACL, MCL, all the way to a World Cup. Danger signs. Danger signs. Yeah, Ryan, the lack of pressing. Sorry, yeah, no, I totally agree with you. The lack of pressing could well be the reason for the injuries, yes. Dane St. Clair sheepishly getting the ball out, coming down the line. Richie Larea going down the line. Richie passes one. Fighting all the way. Done well so far, but can't take it with him. Should have been passing off, and the free kick comes back. Canada getting the ball. I tell you what, referee's done a fantastic job today. This has been a referee that you want to see in every match. He hasn't stopped the flow. He hasn't killed the game. He hasn't murdered the entertainment. He's done a bloody great job. Referees around the world would be looking at this man to see how flowing football is assisted by a referee that is invisible. Beautiful ball through. Cross coming in. Terrible cross coming back on the inside. There's no way anybody's getting on that. Why does he not take the shot? He should have took the shot. But this is better from Canada. 8 minutes into the second half, 53 minutes gone. And Canada getting into this, moving it around. Far better from Canada. Far better. Not even a foul. If you watch closely, Seager tucks his feet up. But here, Richie Larea crossing the ball at 1,000,000 miles an hour. No target. He takes this ball, takes one touch, takes the shot. There's no cross there. There's nothing open there. "54 minutes gone. Trouty McTrout says, all my nightmares are coming true in this match. Kyle missing the same gimmies that had him replaced as the second striker for the Canadian men's national team." Yes. I think this is like I say, adversity is not always a bad thing. It can really push you into positions where you feel uncomfortable, like Canada is a very uncomfortable unit right now, and Iceland can feel it, and they're all over us. But right now, Canada is in a very uncomfortable position, and confidence is absolutely exploding through the Icelanders. They're full of confidence, they're full of running, they're up for the game, and that's what confidence can do for you. Just purely confidence. Both teams, literally, are very similar in stature. Tajon Buchanan going down on... Sorry, Ali Ahmed going down on the ground. And I've got to say, a little bit wiser play by Ali Ahmed, and that foul doesn't happen. Why put yourself in the position? You're on the line. No need to dive for that. Ball over the top, won't get there. Keeper going to come. Keeper's going to get it. On the 31st, we got a couple of games coming, guys. Heat up, listen to this as we go through. On the 31st at 12:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 14:30 Eastern, 11:30 a.m. Pacific. That's a mouthful. We got the first game on the day. That will be the Bosniaks taking on Italia. That's Bosnia and Herzegovina taking on Italia. And as far as I know, Bosnia-Herzegovina, their peoples, originally back in history, came from the Urals, and they were known as the Bosniaks. And anybody who doesn't know their history gets a little inflamed by me saying Bosniak. Learn your history. But yes, 12:30 on the 31st, Tuesday, Bosnia-Herzegovina taking on Italia in the Pathway A final, which will then give us the team into Group B to play with Canada, Qatar, and Switzerland in Group B at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, where we will be hosting. So that's your first game on the 31st. Your second game on the 31st. Yeah, I'm doing 2 watch-alongs on the 31st. Never done that. But I have done double headers at FIFA World Cups where I've announced 2 matches in a day at the same stadium, by the way, at a FIFA World Cup. What a lot of fun that was. And I've done a lot of FIFA games. Iceland going down the left wing again. Jogging up front. Jogging into position. Seeger goes down. Free kick coming up. And again, Seeger's had a few issues where you saw in the highlights there where he's literally not made the best of decisions in defending in his own box, yeah? That's something that I'm worried about that could happen again with him. Keep your eye on Seeger. Ball coming into the middle now. Richie Larea bringing it down. Ali Ahmed brings it down. Taps it inside. Should be a goal here. Well saved by the keeper. And somebody just said it about getting chances and missing. JD does it as well. Kyle Laren had a chance so far, didn't put it away. JD's had another chance, didn't put it away. But again, lovely little idea, just onside. Keeper well placed. Nice play by Ahmed. JD releases, but he shoots right at the keeper. Maybe shoot round the keeper. And if you're not laughing, you don't know what sarcasm is. But again, the second game on the 31st at 5:15, the first game at 12:30. Join me, pre-game. Bosnia-Herzegovina and Italia. And then the second game is Canada taking on Tunisia. And that's a 5:15 pre-game. And then if you're talking club football, after the international break, we'll be talking West Bromwich Albion taking on Wrexham this coming Friday, April the 3rd. And that's at 7:45 in the morning. Your pre-game, 8 o'clock kickoff. There you go. You're in the know. Lots of substitutes lining up. Who is going to come on? If I was going to make a change, you got nothing to lose in this match now, guys. You got nothing to lose. You got things to happen. What are you got to do? What are you going to change? I'll tell you what I'm going to change in a second. I need inspiration from midfield. It's not happening. I need inspiration on the wings. It's not happening. What do I need? I need creativity. Creativity is what we don't have going on right now with the team. That's what we need more of. So we need creative players, or players that are going to put in that extra muscle, extra mile. Arabin Pepel is a finisher. He's not a supplier. He's not a creator. He's got decent pace, not magical pace, but he's got pace. I would be willing to try him in there. He's third tier. He plays with Plymouth Argyle. He's not a massive, expansive striker. He's just hitting somewhat form in the third tier. Now, if you go back to when he was playing in the fourth tier, he was hitting similar standards, similar goals, similar numbers. He's now third tier, hitting the same numbers. Be careful what you think about Pepel. Cavalry FC made money off him at a time where this guy was literally scoring like a white elephant, like an aberration. And he never scored again like that ever since. It's only recently that he's put the ball in the back of the net. So there's some intel on Arabin Pepel. Ball over the top. He's offside by a mile. Ball back to Canada. But yes, something's got to change. Creativity. And I'd also get Choinière to be more forward with the ball. He's too deep. That creative foot needs to go further forward. He needs the ball right now. Now. You see how Choinière was open for the ball? That's where the ball needed to go. We're making life difficult. We're not picking the solutions. We're not finding the passing lanes. And literally, we're not cohesive like we normally are. We've seen a lot better from these guys. And if you're looking where Richie Laray was just walking and where the guys are walking, that field is dry. It's been looking rough a few times, but it looks rough at the moment. Ball over the top again. Iceland now threading it through. 61 minutes gone. We haven't seen anything really to make a Canadian fan want to get up in the air and scream their heads off. We need something to happen. Half an hour to go. It's still possible. We've got to get that first goal. Must get that first goal. Tajon Buchanan now, one-on-one, threads the ball down the line. Does the cross come in? No, it doesn't. Back to Tajon Buchanan, taps it off. Again, I'm going to say this static start and stop flowing is not going to help Canada. Definitely going to help Iceland in defending all across the field. That silky flowing move has to come. In comes Flores with his lovely red hair. Mi amigo. Bienvenidos. Flores. Welcome, my friend. And yes, the right call. Ahmed has played like crap today. He's done nothing. He hasn't shown any fight. He doesn't look like he was in the game ever. Not to the level that Ali Ahmed can play at. Not to the level that Ali Ahmed has been playing in the last few months for Norwich City in the Championship in England. He has been phenomenal. He has lit it up. He didn't light nothing up today. Is he jet-lagged? Choinière coming off as well. Another flat line. Great call by Jesse. Osorio coming in. That's a top call as well. Osorio knows to know where the ball needs to go. Two decent substitutions there. I've got nothing but plus points to say about that. If you can't get it done, Ali, get off the field. Likewise, Choinière. Osorio coming in. That experience, that'll settle the team down, and the ball will go where it needs to go. Seeger under pressure. Can't get it out of play. Loses possession. Iceland fighting for the ball, coming the other way. Back on the edge of their box. Moving the ball left to right, north to south, east to west, but moving the ball into space. Making life very difficult for Canada. And again, Kamal Miller on the left side of defence, not the place he needs to be. He does not need to be left side of defence. Can't see the game for you because the idiots at the TV have got a Travel Lodge sticker on the screen. What time is it to put a sticker on the screen like that? Travel Lodge, never going to use you ever. Get off the screen. We're not TV, we're fans. Tic-tac-toe going through. Come on, Tajon. Penalty, easy call for the referee. Penalty, easy call for the referee. No card necessary. No card necessary. Easy call. Stupid defensive tackle. You know that's going to cause a penalty, yet you do it. And the man to take this should be Tajon Buchanan. He should be putting the ball in the back of the net. Well done, Tajon. Lifeline Canada. Got to get the ball in the back of the net. And looking midweek at penalty taking in UEFA, it was terrible. Let's hope we've got someone with confidence, poise on the ball, and in the back of the net it goes. Let's see who we get to take the ball. Keeper's been ushered into the net. Looks like JD's got the ball. Normally very safe. This has got to go in. Come on, Jonathan David. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Leonardo, come on, first goal. Come on, time to change the game. Absolutely, Leonardo. Ryan says pen. Absolutely. Get in there. Come on. Love JD's hair. Now let's have a lovely penalty. Come on, Jonathan. Focus. Think of nothing but where you're going to put the ball, where you're going to hit the ball. Don't look at the keeper. Don't even look at the goal. Look at the ball. Place the ball. You pick a spot on the ball where you strike through it, not with massive power. Precision placement. Look at the goalkeeper. He needs a yellow card for that. He needs a yellow card for that. And well done for JD. Well done for JD for keeping his poise. JD is a top performer. He will want to put this ball in the back of the net and then maybe stick the middle finger up to the keeper. I would. Would you? Keeper off his line again. Being an oil can. Being an absolute oil can. "66 minutes gone. Here we go. JD. Boom. And it goes. Goal in the corner. Now give the keeper some abuse. Give the keeper some abuse. Little mouthpiece. 2-1. Absolutely. Way to go, Ryan. Goal. Absolutely. That's it, Leonardo. Absolutely. Leonardo Baraviera. Definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty. Hopefully it gets the crowd back into the game. Yeah. I mean, let's face it. Chilly day down there, BMO Field in Toronto. Crowd have had nothing to cheer about. Now they do. Lovely penalty by JD. Very, very calm. Look at Jesse Marsh. He looks like he's freezing his ass off, fishing on the side of a lake where he don't want to be. What a face that is. Jeez, man. Tough it up, Marsh. You're in Canada, son. That's white rain. That's not snow. It's white rain. And hey, by the way, I'm going to have a laugh here. I'm going to take the piss out of some of these haircuts. Look at some of these freaking haircuts on these players. Did one of the guy in the Iceland crew have a set of clippers and started cutting people's hair when they were asleep? Get laughing. Get laughing. Get laughing. Trout, yes. In you go. Hopefully it gets the crowd back in the crowd again. That's James. That's Ryan saying hopefully it gets the crowd back in the game. Leonardo Baraviera, JD, the Geddy Lee of the team. There you go, the Geddy Lee of the team. Yes. Ryan, LOL, loving it, loving it. 2-1, guys. Plenty of time to get a tying goal. I'd be good with the tying match here. I'd like the tie. I'd like the tie. I really would like the tie. Yes, I would. Don't forget, Bosnia Herzegovina taking on Italia. That's coming up on the 31st. Then we'll know who's in our Group B at the World Cup. 2-1 now. Hopefully the crowd gets into it. And I'll tell you what, the crowd looks like it thinned out on that far stand from the first half. Did some people not bother to come out for the second half? Or are they still supping a few beers to stay warm? Maybe they are. You know, TV never sucks beer, do they? They never talk about beer or the fans. They're not even connected to us. They take our money and they don't even respect us. Canada now buzzing around the Icelanders box. More alive now than they've been in the match. Jesse makes 2 substitutions and straight away Canada get a goal. What does that say for Choinier? What does that say for Ahmed? You didn't do it. That's what it says. Hopefully they literally sleep hard tonight, thinking about the Tunisia game, if they're going to get in the game or not. No foul. Referee says carry on, corner ball. Well done, Richie Larea. And if you noticed, they're trying to get into Richie's head. They've done their homework very well. Now I'm calling for the tie. Come tie. And that's from Leonardo Baraviera. Calling for the tie. Let's have the tie. Let's have the tie. Let's have the tie. Now the game's on. A second goal here would destroy the keeper, and then you'd have the chance of the 3-2 win. Get that ball in the back of that great corner far post. Again, headed back into the mixer. Someone get on the end of that when it's in the mixer, and Iceland clear it one more time. And if you're not familiar with the mixer, when I say it's in the mixer, it's headed back into the penalty area. It's into the washing machine. And anything can happen. Canada looking far more sprightly with the ball, moving forward now. Again, this start-stop traffic. It's got to keep flowing. Ball going to the right side as it should do. Nice play again, Canada. A hell of a lot busier in the final third. Looking to make things happen. Passing the ball around into space, not into feet, into space. Into space, finding the slots, and getting Lady Luck with the throw-in. 71 minutes gone. Anything possible. Second half looking a lot better than the first half. And I say to you, Jesse Marsh got the lineup completely wrong. But when injuries come along, maybe you do put round pegs into square holes, because sometimes I say some of the guys are in the wrong position. Ball coming in, keeper collects. 19 minutes plus added time. Where is this going to go? And again, thank you everybody for being here today. It's been a lot of fun with you, as it normally is. And for those that I haven't seen in a while, it's lovely to see you come back for the Canada games. Get ready for the World Cup. Shot coming in. It took a knock. Going in for the goal kick. Referee looking closely at the time wasting right now. Iceland have been time wasting throughout the second half, if you hadn't seen or noticed. And Saliba taking the shot. I don't think that was the time to take the shot. But again, someone in the Icelandic team has a pair of clippers and has had assassinated a few people's heads today with clippers around the ears. Some of the haircuts are hilarious. Is that Icelandic fashion? I don't know. Canada coming forward with the ball again. Osorio making a big difference. Tajon Buchanan switching sides, causing all sorts of problems. A lot more active now. Free kick coming up. No free kick. Referee says play on. Ball coming down the left side. Osorio now shapes it up. Doesn't get the cross in. Pass is off. Richie Larea shoots. Going wide. Going wide. A good couple of feet wide. Again, rushing the shot. That's the nature of the game today, guys. We have rushed the final shot. The penalty was the best shot of the match. But getting it on target, we have been in certain half-chance positions, but we have rushed the shot. And I've said all game long, we need to slow it down just a notch. When you're in the kill zone, you don't rush. You squeeze the trigger nice and slowly. You don't use power. You use placement and precision. That's where we need to be. But again, the second half is going a lot better. JD moving forward now with the ball. Passes off down the right side. Canada now attacking with numbers. Going through. That's another penalty. That's another penalty. Can you believe this shit? That's the second penalty within minutes. What a hilarious tackle. What a hilarious tackle. Now, question. Ryan says another penalty. Ryan for Canada. Absolutely. Question to everybody. Who takes the next penalty? Is it JD or is it someone else? Who takes the next penalty? Come on, someone answer up right now. Who's going to take the penalty? Who do you want to take the penalty? Who should take the penalty? And I'll tell you what, a gift of a penalty, terrible tackle, and Iceland are literally giving it away. Who takes the penalty? Ryan 92, laughing his arse off. Absolutely, man. Ryan is laughing his arse off. I am too. That is out of nothing. And if we come back and win this 3-2, I can tell you now, Iceland have thrown it away by playing too passively in the second half. If they'd have played the same game they played in the first half, they would not be getting scored on. It's Iceland who've changed their tactics, and Canada, with the two substitutions, has turned this game upside down in a matter of 5 minutes, and Miller is off. Cornelius, Derek Cornelius, the man that should be there. I love Derek Cornelius, love him. Especially that free kick he scored against Wales, hey? What a beauty. JD's taking the picture. He's in the picture. He's focusing. Does he go the same way? He went right. Does he go left? The keeper's thinking, which way is he going? Is he going to go left? Is he going to go right? Is he going to go left? Is he going to go left? He goes right! Same place. 2-2 on the board. In you go. Yes, it's 2-2, says Ryan. Absolutely fantastic. We are back in the match. Yes, we are back in the match. A match that we should not be in. And now, those crowd in red at the far end of the building and all around in the red seats are cheering for Canada. They've had nothing to cheer but the last 10 minutes. But again, what a stupid decision to tackle at the time he did. But a great piece of luck. And the same corner again. If there's another penalty, and you could see it happening, Trout, let's freaking go! And again, Ryan says 2-2. Absolutely. We're in this. We are in this. And now, you got to say, which team do you see winning this? There's only one team I see winning this right now, and Iceland are really under the bricks right now. They're literally getting piled on. I see Canada, moving forward, can get this game and win 3-2. Because it's the only one team in this match. Ball goes through, nothing happening. But it's frantic out there. It's really frantic out there. Flores doing brilliantly. Ball in the middle. Needs to come wide. Now we got an exciting finish to the match. And Iceland are giving everything. Corner coming up. Wow. What a game. It is on its head. This game is on its head. Fantastic. Little Flores coming in. Miller coming out. Josimar showing attacking intent. And number 26, get used to the red-headed dreadlocked Mexicano. He's now Canadian. El Mexicano. That's his name. If you're talking about Flores, El Mexicano. That's the guy's name. He's Canadian, but he is our El Mexicano. Corner coming in. Great corner throw post. Into the mixer. Back into the slot. It's dangerous. Canada still have the ball. Tejan Buchanan on the edge of the box. Tic-tac-toeing. Fighting. And you know you get great fight out of Tejan. Fighting for the ball. Brilliant stuff. Iceland defending for their lives now. 2-2-2. Canada coming in. Should be a throw-in for Iceland. Great action. We're in this. Beautiful. The true rude Canadian. We're Canada back. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Ryan, let's effing go. You betcha. Leonardo Baraviera says, I put my SPFC uniform for luck. Nice. We do have the same colours. Yes, we do. Ryan says, Flores, but I'm sorry he has to have the worst haircut in my opinion. LOL. You know, it's funny you say that. When I saw Flores coming out originally, I'm like, well, my face just says it all, yeah? Great turn now. Canada spinning it around, looking for the opening. Ball into the middle, keeping possession, overloading on the Icelanders on the left side of the field, just outside the box, trying to get the cross in, trying to measure it up, picking the lock, man in space. It's all opening up, but it's not going to come off. Shot coming in, nothing happening. It's a big scrap in front of the goal. I tell you what, boots flying, heads flying, the ball's flying, and this game is literally on its head right now. What a fantastic game. Could you imagine if we'd have had this kind of action for 90 minutes? Wow. 6-2 would be the scoreline. 78 minutes gone, 12 minutes to go. Now we have entertainment. Yes, just like the old song from back in the 80s by The Jam. Good old British pop group. That's entertainment. That's entertainment. Ah. That was the song. Entertainment. 12 minutes to go. Where's it going to go? Who's going to get the winner? Because Canada look like they're really setting up for that match. I do see more substitutions coming in to kill the game. But right now, from 2-0 down to 2-2, and we were 2-0 down, dead in the water at half-time. 2 penalties, and we're back in it. And I've not seen 2 penalties for Canada in a very, 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 very never-seen time. Kick to the face, referee's bringing out a card, and I tell you what, it should be this. But it isn't. It's only this. It's a mellow yellow. Do call him mellow yellow. Do 2-2 on the day so far. We are back in it. But yes, Ryan, I've got to say, Flores and the red dreadlocks on a very white-coloured Mexicano. It does seem a bit out of place, but hey, it is what it is. And at least it's red. But yes, does look a little bit different. But hey, he's wearing it with pride. Another red card coming up. Oh, my life. That wasn't expected. That changes the game straight away. Is it Seeger? Nope. Straight red card. Take a look. Take a look. Yep, that's a red card. He knew what he was doing, and he did it deliberately. I'm talking to you. Tajon knew what he did. Knew what he did. Why react? Why react? Show some steel. Tajon Buchanan, red card. Tajon Buchanan, he's off. Spoils a massive day, but the red card. Tajon's gone. How does that look? Not very clever, Tajon, not very clever. You spoiled a great day there, my friend. Spoiled a great day. Yes, I will, I will, I will. Yes, I will, I will, I will. Thank you. I'm going to get that done. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba. Excuse me a second, guys, while I get this done. I'm looking for something. There she is. Right on. Thank you, my man. It is done. Well done, Ryan. Thank you, buddy. So excited I forgot to do the score. But hey, Tajon, why you think you're doing that? Why would you lash out, man? Why would you lash out? Now, if we go on and lose now, there's only one reason why we lose. Goal kick coming up. You kind of be feeling a little bit hard done to there. But 2-2, red card, Tajon Buchanan gone. Why would you lash out? Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Back into the chats. We're going to go into the post-game here pretty soon as well. But 2-2, don't forget, next Canada game coming up on Tuesday the 31st. That's a 5:15 pre-game. 6 o'clock kickoff Mountain Time. And obviously after that, 12:30 is the Bosnia game as well. Don't forget, that's a 12:30 Mountain Time kickoff on Tuesday the 31st. That's Bosnia-Herzegovina taking on Italia. Then we'll know who is going to be in Group B at the World Cup with us. But right now, 11-man Iceland taking on 10 men Canada. Tajon Buchanan lashes out with an elbow or a flick of the hand in the face. Hard to really see. The referee has none of it, and you're gone. And Tajon Buchanan, you know what? You better learn from that, because we were in this game running it, and now we're not, and it's because of you. 100% because of you, Tajon Buchanan. Look at this change of the flow of the match. Listen to the sound of the lack of the crowd. One moment of madness, Tajon Buchanan, and that's what happens. And going from 2-2, where we were looking to win this 3-2 now, we've got to hold on and not lose 3-2. Tajon Buchanan. Keep it together, my friend. You're a professional, not an amateur. It's not Sunday League football. You're not playing for a pub team. You're playing for the national team. And you've got to start acting like a national player. That's the one part of Tajon's game that is still out for the jury to sentence him. Attitude. You've seen it too many times. It's that attitude that makes his game excel. It's also that attitude that has now put us under pressure, a man down. Scores updated, Rye. Leonardo Barriviera says, another Canadian metal reference. Their victory is forged in fire. It must be a Forge fan. Must be a Forge fan. Yes. And you're right, Trouty. That changes the Tunisia match as well, because Tajon will not be available. He's going to have to sit and watch now. You know, I can't say that I played football all the years and didn't get red carded. I got red carded twice in 3 matches once in Germany. And I wasn't even being bad. I wasn't even being bad. So it does happen. JD's down. Let's hope that's nothing serious. His eyes are telling me he's got a bit of a knock, but nothing too bad. Liam Miller's coming on. Liam Miller playing with Hull City in the Championship, doing very well, coming on for Jonathan David. That's a bit of an interesting switch, a very quick switch. But it seems that it was lined up. Jonathan may well have pulled something earlier in, a couple of minutes earlier. Something to keep your eyes on, keep focused on for the next match as well. Injuries piling up for Canada. But Liam Miller, like I say, with Hull City having a very, very good season again. Surprising that he's not on a bigger team for what he does each match, because he really is a competitive player. And within the Championship in England, Liam Miller's having, like I say, a super season, doing very well. 5 minutes to go, guys. We'll see what we're doing. But 5 minutes to go. And if you look on the screen, we'll be going into the post-match very soon, as it says to the left of me, or to the right of me if you're watching on the screen. But to the left of me, you can see we are headed to the post-match very soon. JD having words with Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh not looking very happy. JD seems to be trying to explain. Jesse Marsh walking away. I tell you what, Jesse Marsh hasn't endeared himself to the players today. He seems a very cold kind of guy. Ball coming through again. Canada under pressure now. Liam Miller coming in with the ball. Loses the ball. Again, that dry field. Locking up cleats again. Liam Miller is now limping there off that dry field, locking up his cleats. Something is not right with this field. And again, the ball seems to be passed off. Richie Laray getting the ball now, pushed up into midfield, wearing the armband. I sometimes feel Richie Laray would be a great captain for Canada. I sometimes feel he would be the best captain we could have, because he's feisty. He gets in your face. He doesn't back down. He's a competitor. And that's what you need. Ryan says, cheers. I've really enjoyed the watch along. I liked and subbed. Way to go, Ryan. Way to go, brother. Fantastic. Glad to have you in. Glad to have you in. Anybody in the chat always makes this channel much better. And you've done your part today like everybody else in here. Everybody, I'm saying thank you to everybody in the chat. We're going into the post-game after, which starts immediately at the final whistle. But right now, 2 minutes to go plus added time. It's going out for a goal kick. I'm quite happy that this will frizzle down to a 2-2. And the players that have come in have done their part. Flores, who's come in with the ugly hair, if you don't like that hair. But Flores with the lovely hair, if you love it, has come in and been an inspiration. If you're going to run with the ball and start creating things and be an asset, you've got somewhere in this squad to be. If you're going to stand around and walk around, like half the team did in the first half, you're not endearing yourself to the coach or the fans or us. Dane St. Clair now slowly gathering. Hasn't had much to do, but got scored on twice. Just saying. Hasn't had much to do, but got scored on twice. Do we get a final goal in this match? Coming down to the wire. Seeger hasn't had a terrible game, but needs to wake up a little bit more in defence. He allows the forwards to encroach where he should be closing down on them. Encroaching the box is what I'm saying. Richie Larea fighting for the ball, comes up with it. Looks like he's going to get clipped, but he gets clipped, stays on his feet. Keeps Canada in possession. Down to the final 30 seconds of the 90 regular. We'll see how much added time's coming in. Maybe 4 to 5 minutes consistently with the amount of substitutes we've had throughout the second half. Could be 4 to 5 minutes in there somewhere, which will be news and joy for Iceland. But that's not exactly what Canada need to see this one out safely. Right now, like I say, I would gladly walk away with the 2-2 draw. 2-0 down at half-time to come back 2-2. Irrelevant that it's both penalty kicks by JD. Irrelevant. I'll take that any day of the week. We were dead and buried at half-time. We've had something to cheer in the second half in a very strange kind of match by Canada. Not what you would have expected to see. Iceland now playing out the minutes. 3 minutes is all we get. Very light by the referee. And the fourth criminal, the fourth official. Canada now coming down. Liam Miller steals the ball. Threads it through, but not the pass that you needed to connect with. Iceland in their own box. Clearing the ball up to halfway. Canada back in possession. Down the line again. Miller on the ball. Very active since he's come in. Indicative of Liam Miller's game is what he's doing right now. That's what he does for Hull City. Great free kick coming up right now. Free kick in a beautiful position. This is a wonderful position. Olafsson now in goal, lining things up. Could be the final play of the game here. Bit of a Hail Mary. Liam Miller on the ball. I'd let Liam Miller take it. Going to go short. Goes long. Nice decoy and well collected by Olafsson one more time. And you have to say Olafsson has been decent in net all match. Decent in net all match. 13 appearances so far for the national team. But 2 penalties on his 13th match. How unlucky is he? But again, thank you everybody for being here today. Ball on the edge of the box, going through. Final winner. Good save by Dane St. Clair. Had to come up with the save there. Iceland could have stole it right at the death. Why we're still rolling is we've got 1 more minute left to go. Nice shot on the fly. Nice save on the fly. I was fearing that he might tuck it to the right side, just inside the left post. He didn't. I'm happy. Referee having another word. Dangerous position. Nervous Canadian fans in behind the goal. Corner coming in. Last kick of the dice. Ball on the edge of the box, chipped over, going over, and that should be that. Goal kick coming up, Dane St. Clair should take it, and eventually the referee will blow it down. But Jesse Marsh and Team Canada have dodged a bullet in mammoth fashion, and who could have seen 2 penalty kicks saving our asses? Again, I hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. Hope you enjoyed the match. Got another one coming up on the 31st. Canada taking on Tunisia, and there she blows. The game is done, and we got a 2-2. We're in the post-game, guys. Any thoughts coming in? Any man of the match right now? Who is your man of the match for Canada? Yes. Yes. Not TV, people, not TV. I said, who is your man of the match? I've got mine ready. Who is your man of the match? Into the chat, please. Man of the match. Canadian fans into the crowd. 2-2 on the day. You're in the post-game, so Oskarsson on 9 and 21, putting Iceland up 2-0 off the back of one horrific piece of defending by Kamal Miller. But JD, Jonathan David, Canadians' greatest scorer ever, leading scorer, period, put 2 penalty kicks in the back of the net past Olafsson, both to the right side, both in the right corner, both low down, back-to-backs, to tie it up. Iceland will be happy with this match. Iceland will be very happy with this match. Canada, however, is a case of 2 halves. One half where we were not at the races, looked very disinterested. And second half, I'm sure Jesse Marsh had 5,000 hairdryers going at the same time in the locker room. Because Canada came out and played a different game. A much different game. Remember, giving you the odds right now. Just revising to you so you can get the format. Remember, like, subscribe, hit all notifications, and you'll get all the games, and you won't look for me ever again. And I won't have to find you ever again. You'll be here all the time. But listen, hit all notifications, and get in here. The World Cup's coming. Next match for Canada is Tunisia. That's 5:15 Mountain Time pre-game on the 31st. 5:15 pre-game on the 31st. After that, a couple of hours after that, we'll be looking and watching and doing a watch-along war. Bosnia and Herzegovina taking on Italia, same day, Tuesday the 31st, but that's at 12:30 in the daytime. So Bosnia first, then Canada later in the day. Canada 5:15, Bosnia 12:30, both Mountain Time pre-games. And also, if you're a Wrexham fan or a West Brom fan, we'll be bringing the West Brom Wrexham match from the Championship, April 3rd, this Friday. Get that again. So don't forget, 3 big games coming up, coming through. Going through as well with the match itself, phew, is all you can say. Phew. How did we get out of that? How did we start like that? Jesse Marsch. It starts and finishes at his desk. What happened today stays with him. The red card later in the game. Tajon Buchanan. Lashing out. You saw in the highlight reel when Richie Larea was slapped in the face, went down like he'd been shot, and the referee brings out the red card. When you see other teams do that to your team, does it not sometimes maybe let you think you should not be lashing out, Tajon? And Tajon's got that in his locker. He has a streak. And sometimes that angry streak, like a Rooney thing, makes his game better. But when you lash out and the referee pulls out the red card and you got to go the rest of the match, 10 men on 11, because someone got a little bit pissed off with somebody else and took a red card, that's called a very selfish moment from one person on the team. I hope Tajon Buchanan gets roasted for that tonight. I hope he never does that again for the national team. And I hope we don't see that at the World Cup coming up very soon, because we don't need to kill ourselves. Putting the ball in the back of the net, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. But again, on the season so far, for Canada this year, it's been a decent year so far, but the signs are some of these games, we haven't looked our best. Sometimes you can tinker with the team a little bit too much. And I'll say it, Jesse Marsch doing a decent job. Decent job. Not brilliant, decent. But put the right teams out there. Start getting the team back into peak form. I know the injuries are there, but where you have players that have played before for Canada on the bench today that could have come in and done the job like they did, as you saw with the likings of Osorio coming in later, did a great job. As soon as Jonathan came in, we had solidified the midfield. It looked like the team we know. Choinière, I don't know what he was drinking last night. Ali Ahmed, likewise, were not at the races, did not put in the shift that they normally would. And you can ask yourself, are they fatigued? Well, Iceland came a lot longer, so they should be fatigued. But at the end of the day, that performance, first half, not great. Second half, much better. And we really need to get to the level where we start to peak again. We cannot afford to get to the World Cup with form like this. And as a devil coming our way, is it Bosnia-Herzegovina or is it Italia? Because that first match, June 12th, BMO Field in Toronto, we've got to get that right. Everybody is discarding, literally dismissing the Italians. Your Jim Brennans, Atiba Hutchinsons, and the whole TSN crew that talk a lot of garbage, dismissing the Italians. Well, dismiss them. Because they have a funny habit of coming back and making you eat your words. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm worried about. And it's not a gimme that Bosnia and Herzegovina are going to be the UEFA A team to come through to join us in Group B with Qatar and Switzerland. It's not a gimme that it's not going to happen. Don't write the Italians off. Much respect to Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're the home team for that final that we will be covering on the watch-along on the 31st. And again, the kickoff for the pre-game is 12:30. Get into that. Get into that. What I'd say now, though, is these guys need to get a good rest in, need to reevaluate. You know Tajon Buchanan's not going to be in the match against Tunisia. Red card, he's going to be gone for one game. If they look at it and add something to it, I'd be very surprised. It's a one-match ban. It's not overly violent play, but it is in the violent play category. If they wanted to push it, they could go for 3 games. They won't. It's not that severe. It's a one-game ban. But he's not there for the Tunisia game. So now Tajon has 2 games per se where he's got to warm up. Uzbekistan and possibly the Irish Republic. That's his next few games. The other thing for a player to think on is once you get red carded like that and you anger the coach, is the coach going to put you in the lineup the next match? You've done all the great work over the last few years, but when you get a red card like that in that fashion through being a bit of a shit and being selfish, then maybe the coach makes you sit on the bench. And that's the one place that a first teamer doesn't want to be for the start of the game, is on the bench. But right now, I would punish Buchanan. I would put him on the bench for the next game, and I wouldn't use him. Not for nothing. Just to get that back in his head. You can't do that. You got to stay on the field, my brother. You got to help this team go through. 11 on 11 is our only chance. 10 on 11, we're not going to get it done. Not against the big teams, not against the little teams, because the parity in football nowadays is so close where they all play the same modern pass and move all over the field like it's a 5-a-side match. Everybody's playing the same tactics, and slowly but surely you're seeing the parity close in right across the board. Take that for a real point. Take that for a real point. Guys, I'm going to shut down now. I've enjoyed it with you. I've had much fun with you. I've enjoyed the game. It should have basically ended 2-0 to Iceland, but it didn't. And we've literally clawed our way back into this match fantastically well. Iceland may well not want to jump into the tackle in their own penalty area in the future because it's that cost them. Canada may well want to wake up from minute 1 and not minute 46 and get into the game and hit the back of the net, which we didn't. 2 penalties saved our ass, and like I say, Iceland defensively played a fantastic game in the first half. Second half, they dropped off, and they believed, in my opinion, that 2-0 was enough to get them the victory on the day. Because as you noticed, the counter-attack system that they operated in the first half stopped. Everything in the midfield was clogged up. 2 buses were parked, and they thought they could literally run it over the line 2-0. Never in their tiniest minds did they ever think 2 penalties were coming against them. But when you leave your foot in there, in the box, I tell you now, someone is going to roll over that and make it look like a foul, especially the second penalty. And then you're going to get someone like JD, Jonathan David, stand up for the moment, be very poised. And when I say poised, Olafsson, the keeper, was in JD's face minutes long as the penalty was getting ready to be taken. Olafsson trying to freeze JD. JD keeps his cool, keeps his mind, looks down at the ball, doesn't look at the keeper, and that's exactly what you do. You look at the ball, focus on the ball, because that's what you're going to strike. And then he slots it home beautifully 2 times in the bottom right corner. And Olafsson might have guessed which way it was going on the second one, but he didn't get it right. And JD did. And at the end of the day, He saves us where we should have been losing a game, where we absolutely come up with a 2-2 tie. Moving forward to the next match, like you know, Canada taking on Tunisia on the 31st, 5:15 kickoff in the pregame. And also on the 31st, Bosnia, Herzegovina taking on Italia. And that is a 12:30 pregame here at Ultimate Soccer. Join me again. We'll have more fun. And again, I'm going to say this. You in the chat, you were the stars today. You always are. You bring it. You're a lot of fun. And hey, cheers, cheers, cheers to everybody. And get back in here again. Today was a draw. One thing I'll leave you. Next match, no Tejan Buchanan. He'll be in the stands. He won't be on the bench. Will he have things to think about? Who's going to take his place? That's what I'm going to leave you with. But for now, 2-2, where we should have been losing. I'm quite happy with that. We did get a fight back. We did get a reaction. And I'd just love to know what Jesse Marsch said at half-time. And the final thing I'm going to say is Jesse Marsch did not look very happy. He did not look happy at all throughout this match. And he had reason to. A lot of things went wrong. And I do say a word I'm going to use that I've never used on this team before, but it seems there was an ounce of arrogance within our setup as we set up and started the match. There was no arrogance on the Canadian national team as we finished off the match. Everybody knew they had a job to do, and if they hadn't answered the bell, I think we lose 3-0. 2-2. Have a great weekend. Enjoy it. Get ready for the next one. 3 games till the World Cup. 74 matches, 74 games, I should say, to go all around the world. 74 days, they'll get there too. And in 74 days, we'll be watching Canada taking on either Bosnia, Herzegovina, or Italia. And which one's it going to be? Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks again. It's been a lot of fun.